Hey, it's BT with the BT MotoGP Misano GP review. Let's get it going. I got a plane to catch. Anyway, I thought it was a good GP. I thought GP stole the show. Start for Moto 3. Dennis, father figure, Fazio was like catching a fool. He did the damn thing because he had to do the damn thing to stay in the contention for the championship. That was hard to say, wasn't it? So he was my he's my racer. It sounds easy because he won. But to have to win and to actually get the win is harder than you think. Good for him. And he also got a Moto 2 ride. So how great is that? By the way, I got a pen to make me look like I'm smart. You know how if you watch it like a sportscaster or a news guy and they've got a pen in their hand, they go, listen, Tom, it makes them look smarter, doesn't it? When they got a pen like, well, you know, and you go, he knows what he's talking about because he's got a pen in his hand. So that's why I'm using a pen to make me look smart. Anyway, did his father figure Fazio. Great job, man. He's my racer, the ride of the race. Heartbreak goes to Ayumi Sasaki and Garcia. Jesus, I don't know what happened to Garcia. I think Ivan Guevara like talked to a witch doctor because Garcia hadn't really been himself lately. He crashed out. He just looked discombobulated. That's a good word, isn't it? You know why it's a good word? I got my pen. I don't know what happened to him. They say he wasn't feeling comfortable with the bike, and it showed. I just feel for the kid. I hope he gets it together. Got 5 more races to go. I think 6 more races to go. So I think Moto 3 is going to come down to the final weekend, and it's just going to be great. It really is. It's going to come to the final weekend. So I don't know who's going to win. Ivan Guevara, Garcia. I think Sasaki's out of it. He might make a run like Pecco. You never know. But anyway, let's go to Moto 2. Moto 2. You can't help but love Alonso Lopez. I mean, that kid, I remember when he was in Moto 3, seriously, when he was like skinny as a rail. And I think he had like a little mullet. I don't know if he had like a Spanish mullet or whatever. And he was like just a little kid. And he was with his dad. And I was like, good luck, man. And, you know, it didn't really come from him in Moto. It didn't really happen for him in Moto 3. And then he bounced around. And now that kid, let me tell you something. Alonso Lopez and Albert Arenas are going to take points from the champs. And I don't know what happened to Celestino Vietti. He's my heartbreak. It's hard to watch because, you know, like when you see somebody going through it in life, you know, you always try to cheer them up. Like, you know, yeah, your friend goes through a breakup. You go, hey, man, let's go to the strip club, cheer you up, right? You know, titties always cheer me up. So you go, okay, man, I'll be okay. But when you see somebody going through this sport-wise, because you can't do anything about it. I mean, I just feel for the kid. Yeah, so anyway, Celestino Vietti is my heartbreak. Alonso Lopez is my ride of the race for what he did. Actually, I wanted to go with Cameron Beaubier or Pedro Acosta, but I just got to go Alonso Lopez. He's been sniffing around for that victory, and he finally got it, so good for him. And I don't know if you saw it. He was punching the windscreen. I don't know if you guys saw him punch the windscreen, and he broke it. So I thought that was kind of funny, but good for him. He was just so emotional. That's what I love about this sport, the emotions, man. Anyway, let's go with GP. GP stole the show. And, you know, I say Moto3 is the best racing, but when those GP bikes start up, when they fire up and you hear them, man, there's just a different sound that you don't hear anywhere else. And it's just so great to watch. And what Pecco was doing, Pecco's my ride of the race, because let me tell you something. I don't know if you guys have had the cops follow you for like, I don't know, 5 or 6 miles or whatever, and you're like, oh God. And you go, I know my license is not right. Well, maybe it is right. I don't know. Oh God. And you start thinking, what did I do? What did I do? Oh, do I have any pot on me? Do I have any cocaine? Whatever. Did I turn the stove off? Or whatever. When a cop gets behind you, it's so scary. And you go, I just want to go home. I don't want to go to jail. And then he turns off. You go, whew, whew. That's what happened to Pecco between Maverick Vinales and the Beast. The Beast. And Maverick Vinales, what Pecco did was incredible. He didn't put a foot wrong. He held it together. Let me tell you something. Pecco's going on a run that not too many people are talking about. This is a run that only the greats make. I mean, I'm being dead serious. Pecco's coming into an area where I'm going to bite my tongue. He might be he might be on the way to becoming one of the greats, man. I mean, it's early, and great thing about GP's in a great state right now. I think somebody mentioned it in the press conference. By the way, in the press conference, I'm not gonna lie, it's so much of a dork I am. I asked Maverick Vinales a question, and Vinales goes, you know, BT, that's a great question. And I swear to God, inside I was like, oh, he said my name. I didn't know Maverick ever knew my name. I swear to God I didn't. And when he said my name, he and Franco Morbidelli said my name, and and I swear to God, that's been my crowning achievement in life. But yeah, so anyway, but what he's going through, what Pecco's doing right now, and this is MotoGP is at the greatest, I think, stage it's ever been in. I'm being dead serious because now you've got Pecco reaching a great. You got Miller, although he's my heartbreak. Jack, it hurt my heart to watch Jack crash out. But you got Miller, who was consistent until this weekend. You got people taking points away from people. You got the VR46, the crew with Bezzecchi. When Bezzecchi's on, I mean, the whole Ducati crew. Let me tell you something. Ducati has turned it around like Robert Downey Jr. Remember, Robert Downey Jr. was kind of a mess. He was on drugs. He was sleeping in breaking into people's houses, sleeping there. And now he's turned his life around. Basically, Ducati found Jesus. They pretty did. Gigi has been their Jesus, because when Gigi got on board, he's changed their whole thing around. Ducati's been born again, and you ain't got to give no money to him like a Joel Osteen. Ducati's been born again, and let me tell you something. What they're doing is incredible. They changed. They are the bike that. Remember, Yamaha was the bike to be on. Now it's Ducati. Man, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Alex Marquez is with Ducati next year. And Mark said something he never does before. Mark was talking about what Honda has to do. And he actually mentioned Ducati in a sense of, which he's never mentioned another manufacturer's name ever. I mean, he says, no, the rumors aren't true. I've been talking to the people years before. This is the only time he's ever mentioned another manufacturer, which I thought was interesting. And that his brother's going to Ducati, and Ducati has got the squad. Like I said, they found God, and they got the squad, and they're born again. And Ducati is the bike to beat. Man, GP is great right now. And let me tell you something from Taka Nakagami's point of view. I know he looked at Agura not getting the podium and go, whew, I can stay in GP for at least one more week. And it's going to be interesting. They're going to tracks they haven't been to before. They're going to Motegi, and they're going to Phillip Island is the one I can't wait. Phillip Island is going to be incredible. Maverick rides great there. Maverick rides there. And see what the Ducatis are going to do, and that's Jack's track. That's Jack's track's going to be in Phillip Island. The crowd is going to be incredible, fresh off the COVID and everything. So I think it's going to be incredible down there. GP is great right now. Personally, I really think right now Alicia Spargo is going to have to win one, maybe two races. Alicia's going to have to outpoint Fabio for the next 3 races. What happens? What if he was hurt in England or whatever? He was hurt at Silverstone. Hurt at Silverstone, but he's gonna have to win a couple races. Maverick's looking good. Maverick's gonna take points away from him, but that's just racing. He can't just give him a victory. Maverick's taking points away from him. And Bezzecchi, see what he's going to do with the other Ducatis. Is he going to help Pecco if it gets tight? Are the Ducatis going to gang up on Fabio like a street fight, like West Side Story, like not our Pecco? Is that going to happen? I mean, is anybody going to help Pecco? I don't think Bagnaia is going to help him. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with those two once the season starts next year. Because remember, after Le Mans, Bagnaia said it with Pecco next year. He goes, I made Pecco nervous. And the way he said that, I was like, oh, shit. And now they're going to be teammates. The Beast, the move he did toward the end, that last dash toward this finish line, the move he did to try that, and even to try that, the one at the last lap when he almost ran into Pecco, and then he got it straight, and to make that lunge at him, the Beast is going to be hard to deal with. He really is. I mean, he's too far out for the championship, I think. But you never know. I mean, that's why they're racing. Nikki said it best. That's why they race on Sunday. It was a great race to be at. Hey, props to Dovey. Desmond Dovey, we loved you. And it was great. I got lost. Didn't get lost, but long story short, I drove through his hometown by accident. And it was kind of cool, kind of apropos. And I don't know. Congrats to Dovey. Hope you enjoy your retirement. Like I said, GP is just getting greater. I can't wait to see what happens. And I think watching Fabio get off that bike and just storm off into the paddock shows how bad he wants to win. GP is getting greater, and it's going to be even greater coming up. So Misano, Aragon, we're going to see what happens in Aragon. The Yamaha doesn't go well there. Pecco's going to be a beast there, and he has to deal with the beast. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Let's see what happens. GP is just great. I got to catch a plane. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Talk to you guys later. Like we'll see you about this time. You know the word. Bye.